Want me to sign a non-disclosure thing? I said, no chance, I'm not doing that. I remember just walking into the pub, I'm like 17, 18, I always remember a girl going, that's the footballer, that. I was thinking, yes, there we go. It told me off for that once, because I got Drogba's, and he said, what are you doing? I said, oh, I'm just getting Drogba's shirt. He said, wait till they ask you. I'm thinking, well, Drogba's not going to ask me for that shirt. Well, to be honest, I've never got into gambling, but I spend my money on wrestling figures, so I don't know what she'd rather me do, to be honest. I can hide my willy.
Where'd you hide it?
What, in your pocket?
No, I learned it, you know, but I didn't learn it. I just did it by accident when I was a bit younger, and I was playing with it and it disappeared. I knew I wasn't probably going to be allowed to play fighting a legal battle with the owners. That's the thing, I love football, I just hate everything else surrounding footy now. Yeah. So I had to ring, I said, Gaffer, you probably don't want to hear this, but we're not playing tomorrow.
Good to go?
Mr. David Wheater, how are we doing?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Well, Sir David Wheater.
Here
It
it
will
is,
be
yeah.
by the end of this.
The fact that we're having a David burger after in this boozer.
Is there a David burger?
It's nice, you know. I'm not just
Have
saying
you,
it.
have you had creative
I didn't.
over
No,
it?
I was.
It's just a burger.
He's my mate now, the owner. But the first time I seen him, he has another place in Yarm, like it's like a takeaway, but fancy one. He was looking at me, and I was like, "See, it's just someone going to talk to you." He went, "Are you David?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I've got something weird to ask you." I said, "Go on." He said, "I'm doing a burger called a Dave Burger, and I want to put your face on the wrap." I was thinking that's not going to sell much, is it? But he said, "Is that all right?" I said, "Yeah, do what you want. As long as you get me a table in the pub when I want one, do what you like, mate."
Pick a nice picture. Did he pick a nice
Oh,
picture?
no, he didn't. No, he picked a horrendous one. When I was bald, I used to shave my hair thinking I was cool. I said, I've got one request. Can I change the picture, please? And I got a nice front-on picture. So,
Photo shoot.
That was my only request. And it wasn't a vegan burger. That was the only other thing. I said, I can't have a Dave burger as a vegan burger.
To be fair, Alex has done well for us. He's letting us use the boozer.
Yeah, he's a top man, yeah. I mean, put you in the office last night, then he was no good for you. But, yeah, he's a cracking guy, yeah.
You all right, though,
Sorted
mate?
out. Yeah, very good. Glad to be on. Took a while, hasn't it?
Glad to have you on.
I'm free now for a bit, so...
Yeah.
Well, we thought you were swerving it, to be honest.
Yeah.
No,
Stage
definitely
fright.
not. Not me, no. Especially not with this. Don't get stage fright with the cider as well. So. Nah, it was just obviously... It was
9:10, by the way.
I know, yeah, but the viewers won't know that, will they?
Well, they do now.
I know, my missus will be watching it. What are you drinking for? You have to, it's for the show, innit? So.
The red car rock.
We can just say it's blackcurrant, can't we?
Yeah. Well,
We could have done, yeah.
It's not as mixed fruit, but...
The red car rock.
You have to for the Red Car Rock, flipping out.
That's a solid nickname, that. Or stage name.
It's not bad, is it? Red Car Rock. I've had worse, but yeah, had that. It was me and when me and Robert Huth were playing together. I was a Red Car Rock, and he was the Berlin Wall. So I think he got the better one. No, you can't complain with Red Car Rock.
I think you're probably one of the least travelled that we've had. The least clubs loyal. Should we call you loyal?
Yeah, loyal to a fault, I think sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I could have left Middlesbrough before I did when they went down, got relegated. I could have went straight back to the Premiership. I had a couple of offers, but I wanted to stay here. I mean, it was my home, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Even Bolton, I could have left a couple of times, but I was like, I get happy in places, and I just don't want to leave. So yeah.
You think is that worth more to you?
I think so. Yeah.
To be happy than.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously going places for the money's good, isn't it? But sometimes I took much less money and to be happy at places. So yeah.
A few people have said that, haven't they?
Yeah.
Lately.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it one bit, me. I'd rather go somewhere and get shitloads and be
I think I was like that at the start.
No, I'm only kidding, but...
I think when you have kids and a nice family, you're not really bothered about going places for money. You go home and be happy.
Especially when you get 20%. Especially when you get 20% on the Dave Burger and all.
You should be getting free, I hope. Dave Burger's usually my name.
But you think looking back as well, like, because obviously they love you in Bolton, they love you in Borough. Like, if you'd have just been a couple of years, you wouldn't have had the Dave Burger, would you?
Well, exactly. Well, I had a beer
Like
in
you
Bolton as
stay-
well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Super Wheats beer. It was only a summer thing though. I thought it was going to be like a top seller for years and years. But he said, I texted him, say, "Are you still selling it?" He was like, "Nah, it was just a little daft thing we were doing because you stayed up." But I mean, it was nice. Well, I hate beer. I don't like beer. And he was like, I went for all like the processing thing. He was like, taste that, do you like it? I was like, yeah, it's nice that, but now it was minging, but I'm sure people like beer somewhere.
You need a cider. That's what we
that'd
need.
be nice, wouldn't it? Nice.
Is that you go to a cider? Or you're on the shorts?
Yeah, I think you start with pints, don't you? But then you get a bit
All
full.
right,
So
it
you
was
go
a
on
proper beer. It were like a...
Oh, no, it was proper beer, like
Right, yeah,
all the
got you.
hops and all what have
Yeah.
you. But yeah, no, I didn't like it.
What do you move on to after that?
After like vodka Red Bulls, no, vodka Red Bulls or vodka lemonades. That's when it goes tits up, innit? When you go on the vodkas.
I can vouch for that because the second time I met you, we were at a charity function in Manchester, weren't it?
Yeah.
So we've got there, we sat down and we had his meal and that, everything's all civil and whatever. And I'm like, did somebody ask me a question?
It was the what about them sunglasses thing? Is that what
Yeah,
Lana said?
did you nick some?
By the way, Jen and Millie want to shout out.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi Jen, hi Millie.
What was it? It was the one before. I don't think you were there. Old Trafford when I think Lana said I was arm wrestling with a geezer and snapped his glasses. But then he's come up to Lana's when you were there. And he said, "Your mate owes me some glasses." Obviously, Lana said he's not here, but I was on the big screen one with a tie around me.
So,
You were quiet that night. You were quiet that
I think I
night.
got there late, didn't I? I think I got there late.
Were you not
So-
with your new missus? I think you were trying to put on a good
Well,
show
that's
or
a good
something.
impression.
Yeah,
I think he was, you know.
It's all one now.
Honestly, Jen and Lana were like, Big Johnny's cracky, he's class, you know.
So, we've had the meal and that, and this guy's come over and said to Lana's, your mate owes me a pair of glasses. And I think Lana's went, he's not here. And he went, isn't that him? And on the big screen, on the dance floor, tie round his head, shirt off.
It was like that.
Like that, he went, is that not him there? And this was like literally 5 minutes after
I had
the
a
meal
big
had
giant
finished.
crisp packet on my head. I got opened it out and I had a crisp packet on my head. So I got pictures of
What
that.
kind of do with it?
Oh, black tie?
Yeah.
Formal?
You're hitting it like
Oh,
a
it's like
wedding.
a proper charity event, but it goes mental, doesn't it? Like, it just everyone's prim and proper, like what they call the Housewives of Cheshire and all that, Coronation Street people, and it just goes off it. Dinner's finished and it goes crackers.
Is there a point in the night? Is it a drink that you drink or something where you think, right, I'm ready to unleash super
No,
weeks?
I think if I hear one good song, I'm
That's it.
ready for. Honestly, but I start sweating, dancing. But honestly, like people think I'm on something sometimes, but I can honestly, I've never touched anything like that in my life. It's just I get so excited.
So the
Honestly.
shirt's undone for the temperature and the tie's there for the sweat. Like
Actually,
Danielson.
just his dancing attire.
The white shirt looked like Danielson and his fucking karate thing around his head.
That's what my missus says. Can you just not go out and have a sensible drink? I was like, I can't. I don't really like the taste of it. I just want to go with your mates and have a good time and that. And yeah,
What is she like when you get in Dave mode? Is she,
Oh,
like,
nah,
for
she
fuck's
can't
sake?
stand it. She was all right, obviously, years ago before kids and that, but just get up the next morning. We've both got the kids, haven't we? And
But does she just,
Yeah, she just-
pretend she doesn't because you
she
can't
doesn't
see
like
you?
coming out with me anymore. I try. I ask her to come every time, but I know she's going to say no. So
Perfect.
I'll give her
Isn't it?
the
Good
option.
tactic. Is that why you're so still happily married? She don't come out
I think
with
we
you?
are. Yeah, we have. Yeah, she knows what goes on. Go mental. Text me another day to recovery, but then I'm good husband again for the week.
You're always first on dance floor.
I think so. Yeah.
It does just take one song though, doesn't it? I agree with you.
It is. Oh, definitely one good song. But I mean, we were here watching the Euros, and I was being quite quiet because he got us a good table at the front again in front of the TV. So I was just like quiet. But then I heard a bit from behind me, like, "Waiter, give us a song." I was like, "Oh no." I mean, I'd only had one drink by then, so I wasn't drunk.
Just a minute,
I
let me
just
put my
got-
tie on.
Top off. But I just got up and just started singing 3 lines, and everyone like stood up, started singing. So that's what I love. Just a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
Just good times, innit? That's what I'm here for. Good time, not a long time.
We ever, obviously, when you got in at Borough, as a young lad, were you a confident young man at that time?
No, I
or-
wasn't. You know, I was nervous.
Yeah.
Not around people, but like even not like on the pitch. I didn't used to shout. I was, in case I shouted the wrong thing. It was just weird. Like, it's something around me about coaching. It's like that. Like, you know what you want to say, but you're just scared about saying the wrong thing. But yeah, I was pretty nervous as a
Quiet.
yeah. Again, not with the lads. I was always like daft with the lads, but as soon as I got on the pitch, I was very, very quiet. Yeah. So
There was a lot of big hitters at Borough as well, though, like centre halves as well.
Yeah, Woodgate was there. I wasn't there for that long with him, maybe 6 months, but it was Robert Huth from Chelsea, and there was some top players.
Would Ekiog be there?
Ekiog was there, yeah. Obviously Southgate. I never played with Southgate, but he was there. So yeah, some good talkers as well. So I was.
You didn't need to talk then, did you?
No, I was proper skinny and that, and I just didn't think I could talk when they were there.
Were you when you got into first team? Was McLaren manager when you
I started
pulled over for train with first team?
It was always weird. Like, obviously we trained in the same training ground. Everyone, like the first team, knew everyone's in the youth team's names. So I thought that's brilliant. That I've never trained with, like, everywhere I've been after that, we've never trained with where the youth team trains. So it's weird. Like, you don't know people's names, but they all knew us, and like, we trained with them every day. And I played a few times with McLaren, but I think it was when Southgate came. About 5 of the centre halves got injured, and he just stuck me in. Went out in pre-season, just stayed there ever since.
Who was the best with you? With the young lads?
Player.
Yeah. With like bringing the young lads, like just being sound with the young lads.
Well, obviously Stewie was there. Stewie Downing, he was obviously a local, and we all looked up to him because he was playing, and we all wanted to be like Stewie. So he was good with us. But I think Viduka, Ray Parlour was good. I mean, he.
Hello, son. Hello, son.
Crikey, we were in Marbella. This was before my missus, so it was like we were all in a strip club on a pre-season. And me and one of the lads, we didn't have a pot of piss, and then I was about 17, 18. We just went up to Ray. Ray, can I borrow €50? This girl, I think she likes me. it was just a stripper. She just wanted obviously the money for a dance, and yeah, of course you can, Stan. Just give us the money, and
You give him back?
I don't think I ever did. No. He might want it now, but yeah, I thought she liked me, but give us a dance for 5 minutes. She was off one of the other ones.
She like your 50. She like Ray's €50.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're better than this, you love. I can take you away from all this.
So yeah.
I can't remember if did he go to the races with them? Did he take his all to the races?
Ray?
I might be completely off the market, yeah.
No, I think we did. Yeah, I remember going to the Ray. I can't remember if he was there or not. But yeah, Ray was always good stories and that. But like Viduka was good. Hasselbank was he was a nightmare to play against. Especially when the worst pain I've ever had in football. I blocked one of his shots in January with like the inside of your thigh.
The
worst.
The mitre.
Nike. Remember the blue strip around? Nike tick there just for like weeks. But he was horrible on the pitch to play with. He'd shout at you, bat at you, but great lad off it.
I was saying that to Danny when he just looked the type that was just a nightmare.
Oh, he was.
He'd cane you.
Could be a dick, like.
Yeah.
He used to hammer Stewie for not crossing it straight away, but off the pitch he was great. Yeah.
Was anybody who you didn't like? Any of the older ones where you thought, you fucking bit of an helmet, you?
There is always one.
Not at Middlesbrough. Rio Corker, I didn't really get on with. Thought he was a bit of a knob, but he probably thought the same.
At Bolton.
About me. Yeah, he probably thought the same about me, so it's fine. But Carl Henry was a good lad, but a bit of a knob. But he'd probably say he was a knob.
We've spoke about him.
Like the debatable Henry?
Never get into a debate with him.
Oh my God, he loved an argument. He tried to tell me how to defend a corner one time. Someone's edited it. It wasn't my man, so I've run to the line, edited it away. I blocked it on the line, and he shouted at me for not staying with my man, who was nowhere near. I've stopped the goal, but he wanted to argue with me. I said, Carl, I'm not even entertaining you here, pal. He was like following me, trying to get into an argument. I said, Carl, piss off, mate.
During the game?
And I was training. Like 11v11 in training. And he followed me around the training. I was like, Carl, no, mate. He was like, I just want to talk to you. I said, no, I know what you want to do.
You shoot him off?
Yeah.
Off?
Oh, no, he was a nightmare. But yeah, he'd say he was a knob. Not bad off the pitch. On the pitch, yeah, no.
Did you make your debut against Lisbon?
Lisbon, Sporting Lisbon, yeah. Christ,
Is that in UEFA Cup or?
UEFA Cup was like, I think it was the quarterfinals or the round of 16 or something like that. But it was just, it was unbelievable. Obviously, from watching Middlesbrough for years and thinking I'm never going to play there, to playing in Europe. And he said, I think we were losing. I think we need to score about 3 goals in the last 5 minutes or something. So he said, I can't remember, it might have been Southgate come off or something. And he's going to put Colin Cooper on. Obviously, Cooper was about 38 at the time. I think Cooper said to him, "No, put Wheats on," which was fantastic of him. And then McLaren shouted me, with an instant, I'm fully trained next to him. And he's like looking for me, and I'm stood at the other side and ready to go on with all my gear ready. But yeah, I got on, and it was fantastic. Obviously, the lads will know the debut was unbelievable. And
Were you disappointed they didn't put you up front?
I know, could have, shouldn't I?
Should have done.
Yeah.
Last
couple of minutes.
Like run towards the centre half and then just chuck the shoulder and go, fuck off, Steve.
I've done that a few times. But honestly, coming back to Redcar, the day or 2 days after, I remember just walking into the pub, I'm like 17, 18. I always remember a girl going, "That's the footballer, that." I was thinking, yes, here we go. I'm having this life. Yeah. I didn't know what she looked like. I just heard a girl say, "That's the footballer."
You didn't even look back.
I was playing a cool one. I was like,
Shy, innit?
yeah, I was shy.
They're the shy one.
Can I get 2 Bacardi Breezes, please?
Well, Premier League debut, Arsenal.
Oh God, yeah, Arsenal. Yeah, it was at Highbury when Henry was on fire. Oh, it was unbelievable. They were losing 5-0. I came on with half hour to go. They scored 2 more, so that's
2-0 against
better
Arsenal,
ratio, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But honestly, he just Henry like stood next to you. Fabregas would get the ball and he'd be off. Normally, obviously, marking players they'd stay with you, but he'd like stay offside, quickly come in onside, and he'd be off. But it was fantastic debut for me, but it was a tough one.
Did the loans do a lot for you?
Yeah, I went to Doncaster first, I think. I only played like 7 games and I got injured. Then I think that's when they were in the UEFA Cup the first season.
Doncaster were.
No,
Oh,
Middlesbrough.
fuck me.
Before they were.
Must have had a good year.
What was it? Bellevue, flipping it. That was an eye opener as well. But yeah, I came back after seven games, and McLaren's put me in the first team in the Premiership after playing a few games in League One. It was weird.
all right.
But
That's what you want, innit?
I always say to people that go on loan, it's just playing first team football is brilliant. Anywhere you can go, just get a bit of experience. No, it's great.
How soon after you were in that first team squad did you get a new contract?
We were in Austria, and I was like nowhere near starting. I was like probably like 5th or 6th choice, and they all got injured in pre-season. And the first game in pre-season, he's obviously Southgate's had to put me in because there's no others. And just from then, I played. Started the season. I think I got a new contract in the February.
Right. So you did still been on your youth contract, so to speak.
Yeah, like $1,000 or whatever a week. Yeah.
That's still a lot, like at 17, innit?
Oh
Back
yeah.
then.
Oh, it was honestly, it was unbelievable.
You must have been sat in fucking the boats in
What was
Wrexham
that?
like that, weren't you?
Yeah, it was mad.
4 Bacardi Breezes.
It was a bit more, to be honest. I mean, I was on 120 quid a week, and then went up
You don't have to go into figures, by the way.
You're not right.
No, you don't have, no.
Right, I won't. But yeah, we were on that, and I thought we were going to get a little bit, like maybe 500, 600. My agent said, "Oh, they've got such high hopes for you. They're going to give you this." Me and my mum and dad were like, "Yeah, we'll sign that." We got out. We just couldn't believe it. So yeah,
Clicking your heels.
were we? Yeah.
Not going to Toby Carver tonight, guys.
I was straight to the Vauxhall dealership getting my Astra.
You like your cars though, didn't you?
I did, yeah. Oh, they're a money pit now, aren't they? But you learn that. But yeah, I've had a few.
Were you there when who was it? Gary O'Neill got his Ferrari nicked.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, he's
Left his keys in it.
He's another
Petrol
boring one,
station.
Gaz. He's a good lad, but he's boring. Flipping out. But yeah, he said, I don't know what if it's true on it. He said he left it running in the petrol station. He come back and it had gone. I don't know whether what's true or not.
Who does that kind of thing?
To be fair, mate, I did it other night. we sat recording with Hunty,
Yeah.
and some random fellas come up the stairs in the pub and gone, "And we've got a blue car." I was like, "Yeah." He says, "You've left it running outside."
But in a petrol station though.
And a Ferrari.
Oh, it went a Ferrari.
It was worse outside a pub.
Yeah. No, I don't know whether I believe that story or not. He's done something with it.
I ain't told her. It were her car, so I ain't told her.
Thing is, that's just a case of right place, right time, innit? With all them getting injured.
Oh yeah, it was.
Well, I thought you meant finding a Ferrari.
I was thinking that.
Some geezers are still driving around Milton with dodgy plate on. FREE1.
Yeah, if you're a burglar, it's a great time. But no, you're right. Honestly, I think there was Matty Bates, the youth team player, the same age as me, was in front of me. He was a terrific player, so I was nowhere near starting until they all got injured. So I was lucky.
Think you'd have got lead eventually anyway?
Well, I don't know. I'm obviously we won the Youth Cup and I played very well in that. I was England youth team player, so I knew I was going to play somewhere, but not in the Premiership. That that early.
How was it like? How were you? You know, like you're playing in the Premiership week in, week out. You're from Redcar. Are you like starting to think? Are you starting to get a bit above yourself?
No, I don't think. I mean,
Which is quite understandable, man.
Yeah, we'll probably go into it, but I've obviously spent money on daft things and that, but I just loved it. Just being around home, playing for the hometown team in the Premiership, it was just...
Doesn't get much better, really, does it?
There's nothing like it, honestly. Everyone was like, loved you, being a local lad. I mean, you get songs, he's one of our own. It's just terrific, yeah.
Was it always plain sailing, or did you have a rough spell?
In the team? No, I think it was weird. After a couple of seasons in the Premiership, we got relegated. Then we were in the Championship, and he made me captain, and I didn't really want it, to be honest. So
Was it Southgate?
Yeah, I was, I think, 22, and he made me captain. But it was older.
That's 22.
Yeah.
Made captain, especially considering you didn't speak on field.
Exactly. I think obviously because I was a local lad and the fans liked me. But there was the older lads than me, better talkers than me, and I didn't really want it. So I think he changed my game a bit because I had to start talking, but I was just talking rubbish.
Did you feel like you had to put that armband on and step into somebody
I felt
else?
like you had to say something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know what
Did
to
you ever
say.
think about turning it down?
Not to his face, no. I wish I did, but now I think when Strachan came in, I think he seen that I wasn't playing as good as I could, and he said, I'm going to give it to Gary O'Neill, and he maybe thought I was going to put up a fight, but I was like, yeah, that's absolutely fine.
You're buzzing.
Yeah, in the next game I walked out, obviously not at the front, I was back a bit, and I just felt like the weight off your shoulders a bit, yeah.
It's big that, like, isn't it, to make you captain?
Yeah.
22. There was a big change when Strachan come in.
Christ, yeah, he brought the old SPL in, didn't he? But he brought about 9 players from Scotland. He brought Boydie and McDonald, who scored, Christ, 100, 200 goals in the SPL. They couldn't really score in the Championship. It was just so much different. And when Southgate left, I think we just went joint top on the Tuesday night, and we were all in the nightclub, and he's rang me. So obviously Gareth or the gaffer or whatever, Southgate's ringing me. I was like, oh shit, what's going on here? I thought he might have been behind me in the club or
Turn the
something.
music down, DJ.
I know, yeah.
I've got the gaffer on the
I
phone.
didn't know what to do, so I've ignored it and I ran outside and answered it. Rang him back. He just said he's been sacked when we went joint top. So yeah, it was a bit of a weird time that.
What was
Did
the
you
reason?
have a relationship with him? Sorry, or were you ringing all players and telling them?
No, I was captain, wasn't I? Yeah, so I don't think he rang anyone. Most of them were with me anyway in the club. So, but yeah, he was all right. He just said, I've lost my job. I couldn't really believe it from where we were in the league, and I just said to him, if you go anywhere like Man United or that, take me with you. He just said, I don't think I'll be getting any type of jobs really now. Now look at him.
Yeah.
Did you ever get any stick while you were out and about? You know, obviously, as you say, you got relegated. So
Like in the bars and that?
Yeah, you must be having a bit of a shitter if you got relegated.
Not really, never really did. Obviously, a couple who were like start.
It's usually the hometown player gets it, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, off the fans and that.
Yeah.
But when I was out, never really. I mean, I had a fight once and ended up in the cells for the night. It turned out I used to go out with my missus now, but I didn't know that. He'd hit me. Obviously, I knew the bouncer, so he got chucked out and he's waited for me outside Aruba in Redcar. He's went to hit me again. I bopped him one. I had this big sovereign ring on. So he's hit the deck, and as soon as he's hit the deck, I've seen a police car there. I was like, no.
He's on deck with St David on his forehead.
God, yeah.
David.
But yeah, that was the only time I've really had problems, to be honest. Everyone's always been all right with me.
Did you always like going out?
Yeah, I mean, it makes me sound like a boozer, doesn't it? But
At the right time.
yeah, definitely the right times. But I think it's more just being with your mates and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it's just
Martha's, was that a popular?
Martha's was the one. Yeah, we used to go to Martha's.
Aruba sounds like a great club.
Yeah.
Martha's then Aruba. But I used to take Stewie down in there, Tunchai, big Turkish. It was like Beckham in Turkey, and I've got him in Martha's in Aruba. I swear.
I bet he loved it, didn't he?
Come on, Tunchi, I'll show you the town.
Them Turks are crazy. You used to come back to mine. You all drink Jack Daniels, don't you?
I don't know.
Bottle of Jack Daniels, Turk, and then his mate would drive, but he'd come back, sit there in the corner, Jack Daniels, and get off. He lived in Yarm, back to Yarm. But they loved it.
Did he love it?
He loved it, yeah. I think because he if it was out in Turkey, he'd get mobbed, wouldn't he? But I think he loved a bit of. He obviously got recognised in that, but yeah.
So like he could go out.
Yeah,
as opposed to
I think people like were walking and they see me, Stewie Down and Tunshai in like a place and like double take, like what the hell are they doing in here? Because they weren't posh places, it was just good places to be back in the day.
Did you Kubo have a fight on balls?
Well, this is the thing. I was saying it's supposed to be in the changing room, and everyone said it was me who's hit him because I think he was going to Everton. We played Wigan, and he had a shitter. To be honest, I think people thought he was playing to leave, but everyone said that I've gone for him, so I've just left it at that. Like it makes me sound hard, doesn't it? But
that takes some confidence for you, Kubo.
Oh yeah. I don't think. I remember his first day. He shoulder barged me, honestly, and he shoulder barged me back to Redcar. Honestly, it was unbelievable. But yeah, I don't think he had a fight, to be honest. Yeah, but
urban myth.
Yeah, I've took the credit for it for a few years till now.
Could you left when they went down?
Yeah, I mean. Look back now, there's stuff in the papers like going to live at Rafa Benitez and that, and Aston Villa and that. But how daft am I not going there? But
was there anything in it, or was it just paper talk?
I mean, I got an offer from Portsmouth. Harry Redknapp. I think my agent gave me a deal. I was like, I'm not. It's too far for me that. But I'm not leaving Middlesbrough. But yeah, there's a few offers, but I just didn't want to. It's my own,
so had Middlesbrough, like the more games you played, when Middlesbrough were them teams that would look after you and sort your deal out, were you worth in the team and all that?
Oh yeah, they were fantastic.
Because sometimes young lads get, fuck, no need to give them another deal.
It was a fantastic club. They always looked after. I think that's what he wanted. Steve Gibson, the owner, wanted the youth, the academy players to come through, and there was always seemed to be 2 or 3 players from the academy in the starting lineup. So he looked after us. Yeah.
So you weren't thinking, I'm playing in the Premier League on X, and I could be there on a hell of a lot more.
Well, yeah, there's always that, but I never thought about leaving Middlesbrough, to be honest, till I had to, I suppose.
Your agent must have been trying to twist your arm.
No, yeah, trying to drag me, yeah. But,
kidnapping you, come on with Portsmouth, right? Yeah. Back at Carway, gang on it.
I think, I've probably pissed him off a few times. My agent, obviously, being at Oldham, Bolton for so long, you probably thought, fuck it, I'm not making any money out of this fella, am I? But I always get happy places where I am, so I don't never want to leave, really.
Have you always been into wrestling?
Oh, yeah. Since 94, I think, was the first one.
Like, so confident. Oh, yeah.
100%, yeah.
The red car rock.
Yeah. We never had Sky. My dad worked offshore, where he got Sky, and he brought a WrestleMania 10 back from 94, and that hooked ever since. Bret Hart and that.
Ultimate Warrior, that era.
I think he left by them, but then I'd get the tapes of Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan, so I'd just start buying tapes and that. I loved it.
I think your goal now is to get a wrestling move named after you.
I know, it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? But I still buy wrestling figures now. My missus is like,
what?
Oh yeah.
You still buy wrestling figures now?
I'm trying to get my kids into it, but they're not they're not going for it yet.
I've got you another one.
Oh, honestly, shit.
Bushwhackers.
Because we're just renting a little place now. So we're building our house, and she's like, "Where are you putting these?" I say, "I'll build a room for him." She's like, "You're not."
Have you got a ring as well?
Oh yeah, I don't like them, because you wrestle with them and they slip out because it's like the ring's slippy, so I just do it on the carpet.
Are you actually joking here?
No, absolutely not.
No. So like, your missus is like, "Oh, where is he?" And she walks in the room and she finds Hulk Hogan on top of the fucking bed.
You can do the noises and that while you're fighting.
Oh yeah, I do all the moves, yeah. But to be honest, I've never got into gambling, but I spend my money on wrestling figures, so I don't know what she'd rather me do, to be honest. Maybe win a bit or spend it on wrestlers. So
have you got a favourite, like, who always wins?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, innit?
So whoever he's against, you always make sure
I get the little fake, kick him and then do the stunner with him.
I can just imagine your missus coming in and one of the kids is washing pots and you're playing with figures on carpet.
She's filmed me a few times, like she's whipped the camera around and I'm sat on the floor in my pants or whatever, just wrestling with my figures. But she's relaxing.
That is tremendous, man.
This is not a lie either. This is all true.
Do you do entrance music?
Oh, I've done it sometimes. I've done it with Lonna. Lonna says, send us a video. So, ladder matches, I'll get a blue tack, stick some string, tie a belt, and I've got some little ladders and pretend I'm doing a proper ladder match.
So you stick a belt to the ceiling?
No, you stick the string, blue tack it, so it comes down. Then you got to put the belt on the end.
What? Right. So
And
they've got
you have
to get to the top of the
you have to
ladder.
get the ladder and get the belt. But if I send him like, well, if I turn the lights on, put the music on, and the Undertaker, I'll be walking in with a figure. Send him it. Yeah, he loves them.
He loves them. I think I want to see some of these.
Oh, he loves me. Oh, he send us a video. I can tell when he's with someone, and he'll send us a video. Do a wrestling move. But I do it.
That's sensational.
What would be your walk-on music if you were in
I
the...
don't know, I don't know. Some rock music in it. It's got to be.
Got to be rock,
Get in the mood.
Have you done a few fancy dresses, wrestlers?
Oh, he always goes as John Cena. I went as the Queen last year, like the proper full dress and crown and grey wig and all that. But yeah, I always try and go as a wrestler. John Cena's one because it's just normal shorts in it and then little thing and the spinny belt. So yeah, I love it.
What was the Queen?
No, they're the actual Queen.
Oh, not a wrestler.
I was thinking
I thought it was a wrestler. I've not seen.
I was thinking of me fancy
Lizzie
dresses, but
316.
that, proper full with a sash thing as the Queen. Yeah, that was Christmas do, so they're cracking, aren't they? I've been a few little independent wrestling things as well. I mean, one of my mates is a wrestler. And I go to the little shows.
Do you fancy getting a ring?
Honestly, I watched him and it's like people say it's fake, innit? But honestly, I can't stand that word. It's scripted. It's not fake. But they're like this, the wrestling rings, and he jumped on his knees. I think, oh my God. And he was fine, he finished, and he walked out and he'd be limping and that. I said, when did you do that? He said, and I jumped on my knee from the top rope. And I just couldn't imagine doing that.
So you actually hurt yourself?
Oh yeah, they do, yeah. And then I got in the ring and it's I swear it's like that. And then obviously they're jumping on it and stuff.
So Grant Holt's done a bit, hasn't
Yeah, but I'd still do it. If someone offered me a contract now, I'd be off.
Can we make that happen or not?
Vince McMahon's watches, like, he might be on.
Yeah.
Get your agent onto that. I said, fucking sort me a wrestling contract, Zach. You make me feel good.
I'd love to, yeah. I'd be straight there.
Tremendous.
That's mad. Yeah.
People can't believe that, people can't believe that I still watch wrestling and stuff.
No, watching it.
It's the figures, I think.
Watching it, because I used to really like watching it.
Yeah, I pay £10 a month for the network.
You know, the Royal Rumble used to be my favourite.
Oh, class that, innit?
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But that's a nightmare doing Royal Rumble on carpet, though, isn't it?
You get enough fans, have you?
You have to get 30 figures there, then have to bring them in every 30 seconds.
I tell you, we've had on as well, Stu Bennett.
Oh yeah, he was in it, wasn't he?
Big Preston fan.
He looked all right. He looked a good wrestler, but
What makes him a good wrestler?
you have to be a good seller. You have to make it look good.
Yeah.
Good actor.
Performance.
Yes.
It's all in the performance.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
So obviously, you say your mate's a wrestler. Does he say it's hard graft, like?
Is he what?
Is it hard graft?
Oh yeah, it's just travelling about, innit? And he said he hurts himself every night, yeah. So I don't fancy that part.
You never fancy a little trip to America to go and watch one of the big dogs?
Oh, 100%. Once I fully retire, I'm going to WrestleMania. That's my first port of call.
Bucket list.
Yeah, bucket. I think that's the only thing on my bucket list, to be honest. WrestleMania.
Would you get one of the fingers and all that and giving it loads
Too
in the
right.
crowd?
I'll get me sign. Having my belt on and everything.
Would you go in little lycra pants with your belt and?
Not on my little pecker, I wouldn't. I'd stick some socks down, maybe. Yeah.
We're at Ardleigh Borough then.
It was. It was the.
Obviously, you're a champ.
Exactly, they're in the
called for
Championship.
Premier League.
Yeah, but they were 7th in the Premier League then. But I didn't really get an option. It was Tony Mowbray was the manager. He just said, you're going... I think it was some other club, I can't remember who it was, and that fell through. And I finished training one day, he pulled me, he went, you're going to Bolton. I was like, oh, all right. It was like the Doncaster thing again, I just get told where I'm going. But they were 7th in the Premier League, it was a no-brainer really. But
Was it big money? Transfer fee?
I think it was like 2.5, maybe. A lot for me, I think. But I mean, I was going to be free in the summer as well, so it's a decent fee, yeah.
Mm.
I mean, the wages weren't that much more, so I was not bothered about going. I never wanted to leave Middlesbrough anyway, but it was just back in the Premier League. It was a no-brainer.
You probably had to be told that you were going.
I did, yeah. I think
because you're happy.
I think I did, yeah. I think it took the manager to tell me I'm going. For me to go, because I never put in a transfer request. Yeah.
Come on, John. Come on, Ultimate. We're off. We're going to Bolton, lads. Come on, pack your bags, pack your belts, pack your lycra, we're off.
And get your cape, you're off.
We've We've lost over Strachan. What was Strachan like?
He was all right.
Because Ledge came up and hated him.
Yeah, and he was. Yeah, he had his way. He's a bit. I don't like his interviews. You know when he's being sarcastic.
Yeah,
and
comes
that.
across terrible.
I can't stand them. But he was always all right with me. I mean, that was when I had the Ferrari, wasn't it? And he used to call me Mr. Ferrari and that, like having a joke and that. And a few years later, he's like hammered me in the paper, saying that people are losing their jobs around Middlesbrough and you're turning up in a Ferrari. But he never said anything to me. He used to make a joke of it, yeah. But he was always all right. He just loved the Scottish lads, didn't he?
Were you straight in then when you went to Bolton? Straight in the team?
Nah, Zach Knight and Gary Cale were playing. The first game, lost. I think they lost 4-5-0 to Chelsea, and I'm just sat on the bench, like thinking, "Oh Jesus Christ, here we go." Drogba scored from 30 yards. But yeah, they were playing. I played the FA Cup games, and then towards the end of the season, I started playing. But yeah, not straight away, no.
What was Cale like?
Yeah, good lad. See, I wish sometimes I was a bit more like him. Like he was always in the gym, keeping fit and stuff like that. But I never was. I was there for a good time. I was just pure football. Get me in. Always first out of training, last in. But yeah, I hated like the gym and stuff like that. All the physios and that try to tell me to go in the gym, but I tried.
You need to get back to the wrestling figures, didn't you?
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be pumping weights when I've got a fucking tag team match at
I
home.
hated the gym, yeah. But if I did that, maybe I'd still be up there now, where he's been playing for all the years. But yeah, I just want to play football.
What do you think of Owen Coyle? Because I mean, at that time, he was. I mean, from what we've heard from other lads
At Blackburn, though, wasn't it? We haven't really heard of him at Bolton.
Yeah, but Bolton, he was still quite in high regard from a fan's perspective for what he'd done at Burnley.
Yeah.
But then what we've heard now, Funtime Coyle here.
Oh, gee, yeah. Well, the first day I went there, the lads were off. So me and my dad have gone there, signed my contract and that. And he's come in, the manager, and come on, let's go play table tennis. I was like, what? Table tennis? So I've played with him. He's hammered me like 21-2 or something. Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, he just played table tennis all the time. He'd have fry-ups for dinner.
For dinner?
With iron brew.
Iron brew?
Iron brew. Get us an iron brew.
Did when you first went in his office and he offered you an iron brew, did you take it?
I don't think I've ever had an iron brew. I don't know, I might have tasted it once, it was quite nice, but nah, I'm not.
Make a good impression.
Not drink it, you can't drink with a gaffer, can you? No. But yeah, he just didn't do any tactics or anything, it was just, yeah, more about the fun stuff, which was all right when you were doing well, but when it was going tits up, it wasn't, obviously need to do some tactics at least, but yeah, we never did.
Just none of that, just fun tie day every day.
Five-a-side, but he
like the last day at school before you
bring Kaplunk in.
Cluedo in that.
Every day he's with figures.
Yeah. But the start of every training, he'd get you in a group, tell you what you were going to do, but it was going to be something different, but it never was. He's like, oh, we do boxes, crossing and finishing, and then we'll finish with five-a-sides. But it was like that every day. You think he was going to say something different, but
he said the same thing.
Oh, same thing, yeah.
And he always joined in, I take it.
Yeah, it was a bit annoying though. So he was a striker and I was defender, so I was marking him. Obviously, I couldn't train, I couldn't boot the gaffer, could I? So it was a bit annoying. But he'd always get involved. And his assistant was about 60 odd, Sandy, great lad. But yeah, you don't want him training, do you?
So did Coyle sign you then?
Yeah. So I mean, he's done alright for me.
How the more established lads with him? You know, like your Klasnich and your Elmanders, your internationals.
Oh, he
played at big clubs.
Well, Kevin Day, you love Kevin Davies, Robbie Blake. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
Funny guy. He loved all them. Yeah, I mean, he was all right. It was just.
But were they not thinking, fucking, I was getting dicked every week here, and we fucking.
I think so. Yeah, he used to batter him, and that Blakey was funny. He just used to chop him in the throat. And the assistant, the assistant be talking to Sandy, he'd be stood next to me, just chop him in the throat.
That must have hurt, by the way.
Yeah, I did that. Right in the corner. But no, it was good. I mean, the lads were crack. Paul Rumpson, the left back, he was a great lad, and we had some good times with him. But yeah, training was just the same thing. It was fun, but I think you need to do a bit different sometimes.
The thing is, Blakey will have had him at Burnley and they were flying.
Yeah. Well, he took Blakey to obviously to Bolton. He didn't play the whole year. He was like 35, and they give him another year deal. And
Just for his crack.
Yeah, but I think I would have as well because his crack was good. Yeah, he's a Borough lad, isn't he? So they're the best ones.
Quick piss and a drink, Brett.
Yeah.
Who did you get on with straight away? Because we're at Nervy, your first time moving proper.
At Bolton,
paid.
yeah, it was a bit weird. Obviously, the big Premier League players, weren't they?
Yeah.
Super Kev, Davies. I got on with him straight away, really, to be honest.
Yeah.
He just seemed like a right nice fella.
Yeah, quite quiet.
And when he comes on the pitch, he's an animal, but off it, he just like, it was a right nice bloke.
Yeah.
Night out, horrendous to play against. One of my first games I was with, obviously, Big Hugo, and Kevin Davies just ran, smashed him. I thought, Jesus.
Smashed Hugo?
Yeah.
He was a big old unit and all,
Big guy, wasn't he?
Bless him.
But Hugo's just got up. I thought, Jesus Christ, I'd have been snapped in two then if that was me. So, yeah. But, yeah, signing for the same team as Kev was nice because I didn't have to play against him. But training was still a problem.
A lot of people say, a lot of defenders say, well, I want it hardest.
But he'd do you in training, right? He'd smash you, and he wouldn't like pick you up or say sorry or anything. If you ever watch him in games, he'll do someone and just stand up and walk away. Yeah. I asked, why do you do that? He said, it's just part of my game, innit?
Has there anybody beat you up? Why you think you've walked off thinking, fuck me, that was a hard game?
Nah, I tell you, Joe Garner was a pest.
Because he's not the biggest, is he?
Yeah, but he'd elbow you and get away with it somehow. And I elbowed him back and I got a yellow card, but he just done it sneakily. But like, not beat me up, but he just annoyed me. Like elbowing me. I mean, look at me beak, he's bent and all sorts, and he broke.
He's got a great target, isn't he?
Exactly, he broke it in the academy. I think he was at Blackburn. I think he broke it the very first time. And obviously he went to Preston and all that, played against him. He's still the same. But then I seen him in Dubai and he was like, hello mate, give you a cuddle. Yeah.
To be fair, I'd be disappointed if he just came across you and fucking laid one on you as he walking around the pool.
At the bar?
All right, Dave.
Yeah.
Having a nice holiday?
I think that's the best way to be, innit? Off the pitch.
You've
just,
got to
just be nice.
Yeah.
No reason not to be, but yeah, he was a pest on the pitch. But I liked it. I liked playing against him. I liked the battles, but yeah, annoying.
Did you prefer playing against the bigger fellas?
100%, yeah. People say who's your hardest opponent. I always say probably like Defoe, people like that, small.
Quick.
Quick. He didn't mind getting kicked in that. And they say, what about Drogba? I said, nah, I love playing against people like
More
that.
physical.
Because you can battle them. I mean, that was my game. Wasn't a runner.
But Dave Berger's ready, by the way.
I know it sounds like
I thought
it.
we were round one.
Hey, we'll get some in, no problem. But yeah, I like playing against bigger lads. But honestly, anyone in the Premiership, I love playing against him. Like Torres when he was in his prime, he hammered us. He was getting hat tricks and stuff like that. But I just love playing against him.
You see it as like a challenge?
Yeah, 100%. I think it helps you when you're playing against the top lads. It's just, and I like memorabilia, and I just love getting like top player shirts. Southgate told me off for that once because I got Drogba's, and he said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just getting Drogba's shirt." He said, "Wait till they ask you." I'm thinking, well, Drogba's not going to ask me for that shirt, is he?
Was he a player or manager at the time?
He was the manager. But he pulled me in the training ground and he said, I seen that, why did you do that? I said, it's just for memorabilia. But I mean, I've got like Lampard, Ryan Giggs and that. They're not going to ask me for my shirt, am I? I think one player's asked me for a shirt, he's from Eastleigh. in the FA Cup, so that would be a good memorabilia wall, that, wouldn't it? But yeah.
Did you give him it?
Oh yeah, give
Did
me
you
it.
take
Yeah,
his?
I was buzzing. I think I did, yeah. I love it, but
It's not like...
Not in a frame.
nah, see,
It's not Drogba, Giggs and
Jones.
Joe Bloggs.
exactly. So yeah, I didn't understand that. I mean, maybe he was right in a way about thinking about the game, but I asked him after the game. I never. You don't think about stuff when you're on the pitch. As soon as you're after.
So you want one of them who were like, for last 30 seconds, I'm fucking going to stand next to him.
Do you know what? The one time I did do that, Rooney's absolutely smashed me in the face. If I went down, he'd have got a red carded. But I've just stood there like straightened my nose up, and I said, "Oh, for that elbow, can I have your shirt?" He was like, "Yeah, no problem." He said, "You looked after me there a bit."
Lost 3-0, Rooney got an hat trick.
I think we lost 4-1.
The thing is, because it's awkward, isn't it? I always felt a bit like
Yeah.
awkward asking for it, but now
That's for more.
Yeah.
you're like,
I have got
when you retire.
one regret though. I asked
You see how much they're going for on eBay.
yeah.
one regret. I asked Ferdinand, and he said, "Yeah, in there, no problem." And I shit myself asking him. I walked into the change room, and he was in front of me, and I just didn't shout him for some reason because he was like my hero, him and John Terry, and I just shit myself, and I didn't get a shirt. So
I thought you were best buds because we've not talked about the England
that was
call
it,
up at Borough.
yeah. I don't know, will it have been after that? No, it would have been the summer after that when we got Pally.
You got called up by Capello.
Capello, yeah. the first time I was just in the preliminary squad, and I knew I'd get we're going to get a cut. So
Did you report though? Do you have to still?
No, not for that. I mean, I think that was it the provisionary or something like that?
Ah, right.
You're just waiting for the call.
Yeah, we were waiting for the call, but I knew I was going to get cut. I mean, but like Sky Sports and that were interviewing me, and was like, "Oh, what's it like to get called up?" But someone had done it before. It was like, "Oh yeah, it's a great honour to. I hope I can do well for the team." And he got cut. So I thought, I'm not falling into this trap. So I was like, "Oh, it's lovely," but I'm just concentrating on Middlesbrough and that. But yeah, that was the first time. And then end of the season, I just got the call up to go to play USA at Wembley and then Trinidad and Tobago.
Away?
Away.
Oh, that's not a bad one, is it?
Yeah.
The one away, yeah. Steve Gibson, the Middlesbrough chairman at the time, paid for, it was my girlfriend at the time, my mum, dad and my sister to fly first class to Trinidad, same hotel as the England players and everything, because I thought I was going to play and everyone was going to get on. And a couple of hours before the game, they said, "Oh, it's 3 subs now," because it was like one of them shitty cup things. Like,
Right, yeah. So if it had been 5, you'd have got your England.
Oh yeah, I
cap.
think
No,
it was
normally they just have
as many as you
want.
you
Yeah,
want.
as you
It was only as many, but it might have been a maximum. No, I think it was 3 actually. I'm sure only 3 lads went on just before. They said, "Oh, it's 3 subs now." So I was gutted, but
So your mum and dad and your missus are in a hotel and like Bex was walking past. They
do you
must
know
have
what?
been buzzing.
Oh, honestly, they were like sat there, they were like just having a drink or something. We were going to training. Bex was in front of me walking to training, and like they were looking at him, and I was just like, me and Bex going to training. But yeah, it was
Fair
nice.
play to Gibson,
Yeah,
by the
it's
way.
good that, innit?
Oh no,
It's an incredible
he's-
gesture,
he-
isn't it?
He's a legend, Steve Gibson around there.
What we like reporting, the nerves and that, and did you just not know where to put your hands or?
Stewie helped me, Stewie down, because obviously he came and we got the car together from here, and we stopped at KFC in Sheffield. What's that? The services there?
Woodall.
We stopped in Woodall for a KFC in our England trackies and that.
That's incredible, isn't it?
And I got there, and it was a bit weird because it was after the United and Chelsea Champions League final. So the United lads were buzzing, and John Terry, like I say, my hero, was silent because he slipped in the last penalty, didn't he? So it was just a bit weird, the atmosphere. But I was just walking about, and Bex like bumped into me, like came out the canteen, and I was like, David Beckham.
Is that what it's like though?
He went, "I'm David." I was like, "Fucking hell, mate, I know you."
So
I did. I think I went, "Yeah, I'm David." but you've been what? Obviously, I was just turned 20 in the February. I've been watching him for years. Obviously, I'm from just a normal town like this, and watching these legends for years, and then I'm with them. So
Did you tone your eating down or?
I think I had to.
got
I was
it,
like, I was getting salad and all sorts.
You can't go for the old shovel, can you?
Trying to eat salad, yeah, but no, it was great. It was a bit weird because Capello, like everyone says, it was like a concentration camp, don't they, and that. But it was you couldn't move until everyone had finished. Straight back to your rooms and that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a problem for you, though. You weren't holding people up, were you?
I know, yeah, exactly. They weren't waiting for me. But I remember going back to my room. Wes Brown was locked out of his room, and he was waiting for his key. So I said, "Yeah, I got something for you here." Went in my room. You know, from Macro or Costco, the pack of fudges you get 200 in them. I go, "Here, mate. Just give him a pack of fudges." He was like looking at me like, "Who's this knob giving me chocolates and that?" But he took a few fudges out. And
Come here. Bit of contraband.
You thought, right, boots, pads, shorts, tracksuit, fudge, Kit Kats.
oh, I mean, no, a pack of fudges and a pack of chomps underneath all my gear.
Smuggled him into
smuggled him in, yeah.
Capello's camp.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah.
It's mad though to hear that, because you've got an England call up.
Yeah.
I mean, granted you didn't get a cap, but you're just a normal lad.
That's it.
But you're in this environment with Beckham, and you're
That's what I always
you're starstruck. Like,
Still want your bags.
you've been called up to England, like.
No,
You still want your bag in bucket, don't you? Not way down, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course you do, yeah. But I remember, like, we were in Trinidad and we finished training, and obviously you hear all these stories. Beck's going to train, do his free kicks after. Everyone's doing a cool down. Bex has gone to take free kicks, and I was like, I'm not missing this opportunity, no chance. So all the other England players, Lampard and all them, doing the cool down. I'm taking free kicks for Bex.
Like what a competition.
With Joe Hart in the goal at the other end. I swear, on my kid's life, I was better than him at free kicks. that day, I'm not saying I'm better than him non-stop, but he was like, I whipped one in the top, and he went, "Fuck me, Wheats." I was like, yes.
I was thinking, you're thinking, Joe passes them gloves.
Oh,
and you're going to go in the nets for him.
Oh, I would have. Whatever he wanted me to do, I would have done it. But even Capello came over and went, that'll do now. I said, I'll just finish on a goal, whipped it top bin, and walked off. It was class.
That's how you do it, David.
Oh, honestly, I loved it. Yeah, it was great.
Has he got that aura about him when you...
Oh yeah, he just smells terrific, and I don't know how he does it. I've tried spraying myself before a game. I come off stinking, but he just smells nice, looks nice. Quite quiet. He was, but it helped me because obviously Woodgate was there, and I know Woody. He was at Real Madrid with Beck, so they were together, and me and Stewie. So,
so you were half.
Yeah, I tried, but yeah, like I said, obviously me and Rio were sunbathing for about 2 hours. Then Bex came out, and he just got hammered.
What, just mobbed by?
Mobbed. It was. I was gutted. Me and Fernand were just talking like normal, talking about London and Middlesbrough and that. And Bex came out with a book. I was like, "Yo, absolutely buzzing here." So Fernand's here, me, Beckham.
All the rolls between two thorns.
Christ, I know. So I was like, get his phone number or something.
I'm gonna get back.
You're thinking, right, this is my chance to have a decent chat with him.
This is my chance. Two Premier League legends. And yeah, it was a fancy hotel. Obviously, the England team were there, and all these well-to-do people were there. Just flocked him on his bed. He was like laying there trying to read the book, and they were just all around him.
Remember what book it were?
I don't know. It's something about Middlesbrough or something. No, I can't remember what book. But,
I would never have thought that he'd come down with a book.
Oh yeah. Might have been a magazine. I might have been Hello or something. But I remember he was reading something. But yeah, he just got hammered, and I thought. He lasted 2 minutes, like in his own hotel. I was thinking,
and then he just had enough and
just went back. I thought, imagine that.
What would you have asked him?
I don't know. I'd have probably shit myself, to be honest.
You've asked him something stupid.
Something about his missus.
What's your favourite food, David?
Yeah, but
what's your favourite colour?
How cool is he? Have you ever seen like videos on YouTube of him like out and about? He's just so cool. And I don't know. I'd have asked him some rubbish question, wouldn't I?
You weren't in the squad with Bentley, were you?
Yeah, he was there. We drank all the way home from Trinidad for about 9 hours. Me and him. Yeah, with the lads.
Some boy, isn't he?
Yeah, he's funny. He was. It was when he used to shout Capello, didn't he? Postman Pat at him and stuff. Yeah, he was a good crack. Yeah.
He used to what?
Shout Postman Pat at Capello. He looked like Postman Pat, didn't he?
So David Bentley, who's not
Fringe.
really a fringe player, and his Postman patting Fabio Capello off.
Him and Bullard did something, didn't
Bullard,
they?
yeah, I wasn't with Bullard on that trip, but I've heard they were shouting.
They were, you know, like when you say something, but you've got to say it slightly louder until they hear it. Like,
Which one of them was right like that close to him? Shouted Postman Pat in his face. I can't remember which one of them it was.
yeah, we went right over and went, Postman Pat in his black and white hat. Right in his face.
I can't even wear a black and white hat. He's got his little black and white cat. That's outrageous, isn't it?
You must have been gutted not to get on.
I was, but I thought there'd be more chances. I think I went on one more trip. I was just happy to be there training. I mean, Gerrard played this one ball in training, the keep ball, you know how busy they are. He's threaded it. It was like where the two ends are at the... So you have to pass it and someone has to run onto it. He's passed it through about 10 people. I'm thinking, how the hell have you seen that? And timed it perfectly for this geezer running on. It was just...
Could this geezer be like Beckham or...
Rudy.
I think it might be an Ashley Cole running down the line.
Oh, that geezer.
But no, just being there and like talking to Crouchy and stuff like that.
Were you nervous training and that?
No, I wasn't, you know. No. Nah. Like I said before, it spurs you on to play better. I mean, Beck's played me a terrible ball, like up here somewhere.
Fucking hell, David.
Sort
it out.
No, I've launched myself in the air and controlled it with my toe end just because he's passed it. I mean, if it was someone at Middlesbrough, fuck off, mate, what was that pass?
Yeah.
But it's Beck, so I've done my best to try.
You've risked pulling your hammy.
Oh, I've risked my life for him. I didn't want to make him look bad, but yeah.
Imagine that. Bex just sits down with his butt.
Was there any that you didn't like?
Did you see the rest of the other night, David?
Oh, imagine that. Yeah. He'd got his tickets, wouldn't it? No, not.
They all made you feel welcome and that?
Yeah, they're all fine, yeah. I mean, I'm probably used to little rascals like me coming in the squad who doesn't have a clue, don't they? But now they're all right. I mean, I didn't get to know Gerrard, but obviously I knew him and me and Stewie Down we're in a beefer in this bar, and Gerard's walked in with about 20 Scouse lads. We were on this like VIP area. So I went, Stewie, watch this. I went, Stevie! I made him move a tunnel, and I've just done the worm right between all these Scousers. I'm thinking, I got up, I thought, oh, what am I doing?
Was it well received?
No, he loved it, yeah. He was laughing, but I thought, that's fine.
And just see Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
And then I went, Stevie!
I thought you were going to say you did the worm all the way up, and he went, all right, mate.
He went, how are you? No, he loved it, yeah. But just to train with him and stuff like that, fantastic. That's the thing, I feel like I'm just a normal lad from Redcap, but I was with the England team, So I deserved it, yeah.
Were you allowed to drink all the way home then, or not?
Yeah, it was a free bar to play. It was like one of these big jumbo jet things. So we...
Was Pat on?
Oh, he was on, yeah. He was at the front somewhere. We, lads were playing poker and that, and a few of us were having a few drinks. But I think we landed in London first. Bex got off, straight in a private jet, off he pops. We were still there, we were still on the tarmac, and he's flying off in a private jet. I think he went back to LA and then flew to Manchester.
So they stopped at London, drop back.
Just
get off here, right? Just do us a favour.
Swear.
Any chance you just nip us to Heathrow, bigger?
Honestly, Bex got off and a few of the London lads, and then the rest of us flew to Manchester on this big, massive jumbo jet thing. That's a trip. I've got a shower trick as well.
A what?
A shower trick. It's a good shower trick, but I show the lads like Gerard and Crouch in the showers. Then afterwards, I'm thinking, what am I doing here?
What's your shower trick?
I can hide my willy.
Where'd you hide it?
What, in your pocket?
No, I learned it, Well, I didn't learn it. I just did it by accident when I was a bit younger, and I was playing with it, and it disappeared. Like, not when you took it, squeeze it, it goes back in. And so I did. I said, Stewie told him, because I used to do it in Middlesbrough, and Stewie went, have a look at this. I said, oh, fuck it. So
Stevie, come here, have a look at this.
So I showed him, so I'm like, lathered it up, squeeze it, and you know, like, you remember them squeezies, the water things that go in between that go up and down? No. Well, it was like that, but
so you sort of pumped it back in?
Yeah, you hide it, and then I pretend to like screw it back on, and it pops back out. Honestly, the lads...
Were they impressed?
Oh, they loved it, yeah. But the lads that listen to this know me, they'll buzz off it, honestly.
We've got one on camera now, you fancy doing it?
Oh, yeah, I'll do it. No, it needs to be a bit wet and that.
But
then I got out of the showers as well, and I'm spraying my aftershave, and like the lads start buzzing, laughing at me. I'm like, what laughing at? He said, oh, you're spraying David Beckham aftershave. I just got a David Beckham gift set for Christmas, and now he's about 5 yards away from me while I'm spraying his aftershave.
Did you get that one? It's fucking shit, that, isn't it?
I know, I put £25 in his back pocket, didn't I?
Fucking Wheater's just off.
I know. He's spraying David Wheater aftershave on him.
Thinks he's fucking Paul Daniels. He's like this. Now you see it.
He's like that,
We're doing like that.
I'm making it sound small. It's not small or anything. I'm just do a good
Come on,
trick.
Barry, you could be Debbie McGee. Lather it up.
Crouchy enjoyed it. He did.
Just get him back on next trip, Postman. Get him back on, Pat. It's fucking...
So are you thinking when you go to Bolton, are you thinking you're back in the Prem, kick on again?
Yeah, definitely. We played for another couple of years. We got relegated.
What happened? Because I always just remember that FA Cup semi-final against Stoke got dick 5-0, and then it just seemed to go to shit from that point.
I always blame Owen Coyle for that, because he said I was playing before that in the Premier League, and I had 4 yellow cards. And he said, don't play in this next game, so you can play in the semi-final. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. But he's superstitious, isn't he, Owen Coyle? And they won that game. So I've got all the family down to the semi-final on the train and all that. He pulls me in pre-match, and he shouts at me. I was like, oh, no chance. And he says, oh, I'm gonna stick with the same team. And then obviously lost 5-0. So I was...
You must have been raging.
Raging, but now fuck you, Coyle.
I was really about not playing, yeah. And then obviously they go and lose. I was obviously gutted that we weren't getting the final, but I was thinking, fuck, should have played us.
Says you're right.
And then we played Stoke a few weeks later in the Premier League and beat them 5-0.
Yeah.
So putting Wheater, it's a fucking 10-goal swing.
Innit? And then it was the second last game of the season, we were winning, I do my ACL about the 20th minute, and I play on till half time. And I was like falling over and stuff because my ACL had just snapped or whatever. I kept falling over. My mum's ran down at the gate. She said, "You get off, you. There's something wrong with you." I said, "I'm fine."
Pushing Coyle to the side. Get him off. Get him off now.
Fetch our David off.
She did. I swear down behind the dugout. She said,
Pick it board up like that. Number 5.
She went, "You get off." I said, "I'm fine." I got in the physio room, laid down, and I just froze, and then obviously done my ACL. But yeah, we were safe. Obviously came off at half time and conceded 2. So we had to win the next game, and drew that one as well. We would have been safe if I didn't snap my ACL. Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Your mum's like sat next to your dad going, "He's not right, love. He's not right."
You know, you're right.
She was right though as well.
He's not right. I'm going to say something.
Go and tell him.
He's done his ACL, him.
Hold me, Bob, bro. I'm going down.
I'm telling you now, he's not right. He's not right.
I've been watching him since he was 10. He's not right.
And I said, "Oh, no, I'm fine." And then obviously on my crutches after, and people, this was a Saturday, and people were saying, "What you done?" I said, "I've just jarred my knee. I'll be all right for the next game." Got a scan and out for 9 months.
So you got relegated.
Yeah. It was,
You kick it. But did you think about leaving again? And
I was injured, wasn't I?
For 9 months.
Yeah,
I've done my ACL, but I had like a year left on my contract, so I was thinking, what am I going to do? But I got fit towards the end, and I got another 3-year deal. So,
but then again, when you'd have fought straight back up again.
I think
the players that they kept hold of, like
we missed out that year.
Davis and
we missed out that year in the playoffs by 1 goal difference, I think. Because we had to win against Blackpool. We drew 2-2. I think the other team drew, but they scored 1 more goal than us. So I was on the bench last game. He chucked me on up front, but I think they managed to help them.
Your mum come down, put him on up front.
The champ now then.
That was Dougie Freeman, yeah. And then Lennon came after him.
So who gave you the contract then? Freedman?
Yeah, it was Freeman, yeah. I mean, my agent just rang me, said, "Do you want to stay on this contract till the end, or do you want a bit of security for 3 years?" I said, "Well, I'll have the security, please." But obviously my money went down, but like I said before, I was happy there, and 3 more years, so.
And what did you think of Neil Lennon when he come in?
I thought he was all right when he first came, but yeah, he loved the pint. And I mean, he'd come into training late, like we'd be finishing training, you see his car coming in. But his local was my local as well, so I had a bit of a stinker. I'd be in there and he'd come in. So, and I'd be out.
Back door?
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell,
Find a new local?
I went to retreat, yeah. You know that. They go from Fanny to retreat.
I remember Blakey telling us that Mark Davies is the best player he's ever seen. Or he should have been could have played for the top 4 team anyway.
Yeah, he was cracking, but he didn't score. I always told him what I said, shoot. I think he'd rather pass it. But yeah, he was very good.
Loose cannon.
Nah, he thinks he is, but I thought he was boring. But Blake. Who said that? Blake.
Blakey.
Yeah, Blakey loved him. No, he was a cracking player, but injuries again. It's just kills careers, isn't it? These bad injuries. He done his knee, and he had to retire.
London's come in that year as well.
In the championship, yeah. Oh, he came I think he might have came the summer or the January, but yeah, he came, and funny guy, and he big camel.
Mate, he told us about the pay slip crack, and I think I said at the time, if anybody else did that, he'd be like, "What a fucking arsehole."
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Honestly, my banter is never big time. It's just he said it. If I get a laugh out of one person, I'm doing it. Yeah, anything. But yeah, the fella used to come in, put the face. Just put it there, mate. Because it was when I think our wages got released and all that. So I think the lads knew I was on a bit. So I just got pretend to deadlift. I couldn't do it. Get 2 lads on the side. But yeah, everyone was laughing. There was no one thinking, "Oh, he's a knob."
Yeah,
so,
the thing is, because the people know how you are, you know that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but if it's like a Doofy or something, or somebody of that ilk,
yeah.
you'd think, what a dick.
He was alright. Doofy was alright. I didn't play with him. I met him one time, and he seemed alright. But yeah, I know what you mean. But that was the thing. None of my banter was ever big time. I don't think it was anyway.
Nah.
It's good crack though.
It
I
is,
like it. It's good crack.
Were you surprised? Nobody surprised when Lennon went?
No, I don't think so. Cause it had gone a bit tits up, and I think we got relegated by about end of February, March. So yeah, I think he had to go, to be honest.
I just think he looks scary. I wouldn't like to take a balking off Lennon.
Did Medina have something? Was it on Sky? Didn't he tell him to F off or something? Oh.
Yeah, it was on. Yeah, it was on the game, wasn't it? I think, but they just laughed about it. Gaz a loose cannon as well. Do you know him? Gaz, yeah, he's a loose cannon. But yeah, Lennon was so angry. He'd come in, fling the boards about, shouting at you, like calling lads to faces names that you just wouldn't get away with.
Awful names.
Awful names. Never called me anything, to be honest. But so honestly,
which one you heard?
That's the C word, isn't it? I don't like the C word. And
do you not?
No.
A manager shouldn't be using that like to his
You
players.
fucking C-bomb.
It's not a North East word, that is it? Really, the C word. But he was. Oh yeah, it was.
To your face.
Yeah, not mine. Yeah, one of the lads. I was thinking, just punch him. I think I would have if he's shouting that in your face. But yeah, imagine that. Imagine that at Barclays Bank. The manager coming over and calling the thing the C word. It's mad, innit? What goes,
the C word.
What the C word? What goes on in football is crackers.
But obviously, relegation again to League One.
League One, yeah.
With that squad as well, there must have been something seriously wrong.
Yeah, but that was the time we stopped getting paid and stuff like that. Yeah. So it was all going wrong. But
are you captain at this point?
No, I think Darren Prattley was.
Right.
He's a good lad, but yeah, it was all going wrong. We weren't getting paid sometimes. We obviously got relegated early, February, March time. Now I'm out of contract. This was when I was on decent money, relegated. I re-signed for honestly pennies. Just
so I was happy. So do you know when you're relegated at February?
Yeah.
What's the next 2 months like? Day to day.
I think they're just.
Are you fucking just thinking, oh fuck it.
Yeah, it's weird because obviously the who came in? Peter Reid came in with Jimmy Phillips, and there was trying to do stuff on the day before a game. It's what's the point?
What are we doing this for?
Yeah, why are we doing this? We're going to get battered. We get battered every week, but I think obviously they just wanted a good end to the season, but it just never happened. But the year after in League One was fantastic. To be honest, we won nearly every game. We got promoted at the end, and the fans loved it.
Were there options for you to move when you went to because you say you signed a new deal because you're happy on?
Yeah, there's always a couple of clubs that come in for you.
Could you lift it up on your own?
Flipping it, could lift it like that. What I was on.
If you farted, it would all.
Yeah. Oh, it would. It floated away. But yeah, I mean.
Did you feel as though you half owed them something then?
Yeah, maybe. Obviously, they looked after me for a few years before that, and for that season we were just crap, really. So I thought I need to prove myself again, and I've done well. Personally, I've had a good season. Yeah.
You and Beavers.
Me and Beavs, yeah. I mean, we nearly broke the club record for clean sheets, but then I won the Players' Player, the Player of the Year, and even the League One Player of the Year as well. So it was a good year for me.
I suppose that statement to stay and the season that you had kind of established yourself as a proper fans' favourite and
I think
legendary
I think that's where it all started from because we got promoted and they said I was out for 2 weeks, but I wasn't. I went out for a few nights, but then I was up with the band in the local in the Crofters. I was singing with them, so fans just loved it.
I just remember out videos flying around and you're on tables, tie around head.
Yeah. No, it's great. There's nothing like getting promoted and stuff like that.
It's good for it's like the season's been worth it, innit?
Yeah. The season after we were crap again. We saved it on the last game of the season. We stayed up on the last game. That was a better feeling, but just knowing that you're going to get promoted, it was great. Yeah.
Good trip. Good trip away.
We flipping at Dubai. Yeah, the dearest free trip we've ever had. But yeah,
so you always start getting paid in that now again.
Now and again, yeah.
They're not even going to check some fucking bench press.
It was mad, but the first time it happened, you just figure you're getting. I had about 5 years, 6 years of playing and being paid on time. So you never check. You just presume it goes in your bank. And one of the lads came down for pre-match said, "I've not been paid." He He said, have you? I said, yeah, of course I have. But I never checked. I just presumed. Rang me, miss, said, no, you're not being paid. So then it went all wrong from there. The league, the season after the league 1 year, the manager, Phil Parkinson, had pulled us in day before paydays and said, oh, you're not getting paid again.
What were the lads' reactions?
That was when we went on strike that year. Well, not on strike, we just didn't play the game. But we missed one game, but we were training every day, played every other game when we weren't getting paid. So
he looked fucking ill, Parker, didn't he?
Oh, he'd have been stressed, yeah. I mean, we were training, he'd be on the blow, on the phone.
What, trying to sort wages out?
Well, yeah, talking to the owners and that, but we just didn't get paid from, I think Taylor said, from like February. We might have got January's till, well, we didn't get paid. I mean, we got in October what we were owed, so it was obviously all the way through that. It was weird because obviously I loved Bolton, so I wasn't really. Obviously, I wanted to get paid, but I never really.
Yeah, but you were lucky enough to be in a position where you maybe could go.
Well, that's what I always said. I mean, obviously, I was like 30 odd at the time, some savings and that. Players didn't know, like younger players, and you never know if people gamble or whatever, spent all the money. So it was a tough time. But
did Parky deal with it well then?
Yeah, he was fine. Well, he wasn't getting paid either, so he was helping us. But obviously, the thing with Oldham, it was in the pandemic, wasn't it? So it was hard because I was on the front of the PFA and the lads. But Jobson from the PFA could come in and have a meeting and tell us everything that what was going on. So it was a bit better than obviously what happened at Oldham.
We've got that to come to, haven't we?
We'll get the Yankees out.
That following year, when it's like shit's really hitting fan, you're not getting paid for ages, and the player strikes and everything. Are you having to be at the voice of it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I never wanted to. That was the last thing I ever wanted to do. But there was 15, 20 other lads that weren't getting paid, and we had to do something. I think we
young lads not getting paid.
Nah, no one.
No
one in the club. Well, yeah, we didn't want to strike, but we had to do something.
Somewhat drastic.
Yeah, like I said, we were training every day, and we weren't getting paid, playing every game. But
what were the lads like then?
It'd be honestly so annoying. We'd have like meetings before training every day, like what we're gonna do, and then I'd be always like, oh, let's just go train and forget about it. I mean, we actually missed one training session one time, one afternoon. We just said we're not doing it. What?
Were there any like I'm not fucking playing? Fuck that. I'm not playing.
Well, yeah, there was a few in the group, and obviously we had a group chat, and a few didn't want to play, and so we had to stick with them. We couldn't let them get the brunt of it. Yeah. But obviously the manager and the staff weren't getting paid either, so they were obviously helping us with our decisions. So yeah, it was not.
What was Parky like when you went? We're not playing Saturday.
He wasn't too bad. I had to ring him, didn't I? And, probably the worst phone call I've ever made. I mean, I love that. That's the thing. I love football. I just hate everything else surrounding footy now. Right? Yeah. So I had to ring. I said, Gaffer, you probably don't want to hear this, but we're not playing tomorrow. But yeah.
I'm assuming he could understand.
Yeah, he must have, yeah. But I never wanted to strike. I mean, I lived 5 minutes away from the ground, the training ground, so I was going to get the brunt of it. I was the captain, and
so surely did the fans actually kick off then?
Yeah, they weren't happy. I mean,
surely they've got to think. I tell you what, fair like.
Yeah, most of the fans were all right, but then you've always got the few that like, oh, they're on this much money. Shouldn't they do?
You weren't, you were on fuck all.
Nah.
Like you were on literally nothing. You weren't getting paid nothing. You weren't. If you're on £1 million a week, if you're not getting it, you're not getting it.
I tell you what, I watched like Gordon Ramsay programs, and he fumes when like a waitress doesn't get a tip for a day, and we weren't getting paid for months. So it's football, innit? It's just weird. People think you should play for free.
But it's a power struggle as well, innit? Because you've got to you're playing your cards, aren't you, as well? Because you've got to force the owners to start paying you.
Well, exactly.
And you've been pushed to them drastic measures.
It still didn't work, but it was just obviously we.
Did you ever speak to him?
Yeah, a few times. Yeah, on the phone.
What's he like? Andrew
Taylor was good. I'm shit at phone calls and arguing and all that. He was very good. We had a meeting with him. Obviously, Ken Hansen was on speakerphone, and we were talking to him. And then we weren't getting nasty, but he said, "Oh, this is getting a bit too much now. I'm going to end the call here." And then I think he put out in the press that he asked to speak to us, but we didn't. We rang him and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I texted his son. He was a bit of a plonker.
His Twitter handle's Super Agent, isn't it?
Super Agent, yeah. I mean, he was all right. With the lads, he'd come up after the game and kiss you and all that.
But were he embarrassed?
Sweating. Well, no, I think, yeah. I texted him and said, Lee, any chance of us getting paid? He was like, yeah, tomorrow. We didn't get paid tomorrow. Yeah, no chance.
Just go around your corner.
Yeah. But I think obviously they didn't pay us from January. They left and the new owners had to pay us because I think football creditors or something, aren't we, with players without contracts. So
they still didn't pay. Why? Were they just...
Well, I don't know. They made money as well from the sale and
then just disappeared into the moonlight.
My God.
So they just come in, sold it and fucked off.
Yeah, basically,
That's shameless, isn't it?
Fucking outrageous. It's like disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
It's like legalised fraud, isn't it?
Well, that's what fans say. I'd play for them for free.
Fucking
but you wouldn't. You'll have whatever job you've got. You won't go that job for free.
Yeah.
So why should we?
Yeah. And like you said, the young lads and everybody who struggling with mortgage and everything.
Fucking.
And that's just the players.
Training.
Yeah.
I did reply to someone the other day on Twitter. Actually, I said if I didn't have bills or a family, I said I love Bolton. I probably would have played for free, but I had bills. I've got a family to pay for. So.
And what was his point?
What did he say? I can't remember what he
said. You should have come back with the old. Well, if I had a mortgage, I'd be struggling.
Mortgagey.
Like the pay slip crap.
Oh, no, yeah.
If I'd have had a mortgage, I'd have been struggling. But
all right. It was because I just do daft things on social media. I just hammered Wigan just for a bit of banter. So I think someone put the boyfriend had a broken leg and he did something, or he lied to go to a Wigan game or something. So I've just put I'd rather break a leg than watch Wigan because we've playing for Bolton and that. Me 2 kids are born in Wigan though, so I had to keep that quiet. But then I put Trotter for life at the end, and the lad said, someone put, didn't you go on strike for not being paid or something? So you're not a Trotter for life or something? I said, I just said I would have played for free if I didn't have bills and a family.
Yeah. But
I do.
Yeah.
So you've left that situation at Bolton.
Yeah.
You must have been. So when Oldham are on it, is nobody saying to you, because we've heard numerous stories, Anthony Gerrard, I can't remember who else, but about the state of it at Oldham. Did nobody saying to you?
Yeah, they did, but I didn't listen. I swear.
We're having a fucking big tag team match when the phone call. Yeah, I'll sign you. Wait a minute. I'm just about to pin him.
Hold on. The Rock's on the top rope.
Honestly, yeah, I got told to stay well away, but...
Well, did location come into that?
Location did. In my head, I've played top 2 divisions my whole career. Won't happen to me. Like, he'll play me, won't he, the owner? But as soon as all this furlough thing came into it, I was out the team.
What, when you weren't getting paid?
Yeah, but...
By the club?
Yeah, it all started, obviously, when all this pandemic shit started. He said, we have to put you on furlough and we're going to top you up to 80%. So I was like, fine, that's 20% pay cut, we'll do that. Some players didn't want to because some players had been treated bad. But I was a PFA rep and captain again, so I talked them round to take this. So I said, right, we'll do it. And we had another Zoom meetings and said, we're not paying anything on top of furlough. So the club aren't paying a penny, basically. So for me, it was like a 70% pay cut.
Well, I thought, furlough not 80% for everybody, whatever job you're in?
It's
up to a certain amount.
Capped at £2.5 grand a month. Sorry. And that's before tax.
So you were taking a 70% pay cut?
I had 2 kids in Bolton school.
Oh, bloody
hell.
hell.
I know, exactly.
That's not going to go far.
Exactly. So I said, for me, it was like a 70% pay cut. Lads were, 60%.
On Zoom as well.
On Zoom.
I bet you just like,
we were surprised because we got told it was...
Surprised the Rock didn't get his head snapped off.
Someone did, that night. I got him straight out and just slammed them together, me wrestlers. But... we were just surprised. Obviously, we got told we were getting topped up. Then a couple of days later, we're not getting topped up at all. So I've just said at the end of the meeting, is it a deferral? So obviously we get it later. And they said, no, we're not.
Just not getting it.
You're not getting it. So the club weren't going to be paying anything. They're going to be paying the government money. So I said, well, I'm not taking a 70% pay cut. And that, because I said that will last until we go back to football. And we could not be back at footy now, to be honest. So I said, we're not doing that. And obviously the PFA had to get involved, legal battle. So obviously I knew I wasn't probably going to be allowed to play fighting a legal battle with the owners.
Yeah.
But
It's probably not the best.
I know it's probably not the best thing,
situation,
but
is it?
I mean, there was like eight of us, I think, that weren't going to do it, and there was only 2 of us that were left at the club. There was me, so obviously I got the brunt of it, and the keeper who got shipped off to Aberdeen, Gary Woods, on loan. So I was just there. But it's just the club was saying, "Oh, he's been injured. He's all this and he's all
Beat
that."
your dog up on you.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I didn't get injured doing that, but that was like, what was that? Like September time. This is all.
So that was actually true.
It was true, but it was after I got told the manager told me he's not allowed to pick me.
Was that because you had did you have to play so many games and you could get another year?
Oh no, I'd played my games the season before, and so I just had another year. But it was just all this legal thing. He said, "I've been told from the top, I'm not allowed. Yeah, I'm not allowed to pick you. I've been told from the top." I said I probably knew that, but that's what I knew. I wasn't going to play, but it's just when the club started putting statements out saying he's injured and stuff like that, which wasn't the reason why I wasn't playing. I was injured for like 2 months the whole season, but then the CEO's going on a podcast saying I've not been fit the whole season, not fit enough to play League 2 football. I think flipping at my granddad could play League 2 football, just stuff like that. So yeah, it was
frustrating.
Oh, it was embarrassing. It was just like people come up to you saying, "Oh, where are you now?" I say, I'd have to like go into a like full chat saying like, "I'm at Oldham, but I'm not allowed to play." So it was just embarrassing that I wasn't playing at a League 2 club. Really.
Were you still training?
Oh yeah, I was training. I went obviously pre-season and got sent with the youth team after about a month. He pulled me in, the manager. He said, "Oh, this might not come as a surprise to you, but they want you with the youth team," obviously the owners. I said, "Well..."
Is this cool at this point?
Yeah, it's cool, yeah. So, I mean, but before that, he told me that he's not allowed to pick me, and he said it's coming from the top. So I've lost respect for him anyway. Like,
for him?
Yeah. Like, I've said before, I just thought of Alex Ferguson. I'm not putting them two together, but would he let someone...
You weren't back in your corner? That's
the thing. Like, at Bolton, Phil Parkinson was looking after us, and that I just had no support at Oldham from the manager. He just told me he's not allowed to pick me and that. They told me they want you with the youth team and stuff, and he said you can go home today, but you're with the youth team from tomorrow. I said, well, I'm staying over here anyway if you want me to train. He said, no, they won't let you. So I wasn't even allowed to. I offered me services to train. He said, no, they won't let you.
Oh, do you ever think about just saying, well, I'm not training with the youth team, I'm just going to stop at home?
No, because that's not
breach of contract then, innit?
Yeah, that's not what I do. My agent just said, do everything right. I said, I will do. I spoke to the academy manager, said, look, you'll never have any problems from me. I won't fuck off training and that. So they couldn't do me for anything like that. So I just did everything properly.
You just, like, when you say youth team, you're like 16... 15,
yeah, that was the embarrassing thing. Obviously, I was a foot taller than him, doing stuff that I'd done about 20 years ago.
Piper.
Oh, honestly, yeah, it felt a bit embarrassing. Like doing the line for the warm-up and I'm down here and these are down here.
But you want to play wrestling, lads?
Oh, yeah, they're probably too mature for that, weren't they?
You must have tried getting a couple of young lads into it.
I tried, but yeah, no one goes for it now, do they?
Did you get... Is it sorted, though? What was... Or is it
yeah,
still
but it got sorted, like, March time. But, like, I was getting emails. They forced me to move back over to Manchester because I moved here. It's like an hour 20 in it to Oldham. I was never late or anything, but they wanted me to move back because they said it was hampering my footballing ability, but I wasn't allowed to play. So it didn't make sense.
So they made you move house back? Did you just move down on
they
your
give me
own?
like... They emailed me on a Thursday, but I opened it on the Friday, and it said, if you're not over in the Northwest by 4 o'clock on the Monday, we'll start like disciplinary proceedings or whatever with you. But I was luckily, my mate has a house over there, he's renovating, so I got straight in there. Luckily, it was in the middle of a pandemic as well, so what was the chances of me finding somewhere?
How would they have known, joking apart? How would they have known that you haven't moved over?
I don't know. I don't know, I must have told the physio or something I was with me wife and kids and that. But that's the thing, I was living with my wife and kids. They tell you where to live and that. But there was the lad from Walsall, the sub-keeper, good lad, but he was taking longer to get to train than what I was, and he was in the squad and all that.
So are they just hoping he just thinks, tell you what, fuck it, I'm not moving over it?
100%, they wanted me.
Fuck
Yeah, they wanted me to fuck it off. But I said I could have went on loan. I said I'm not. There's no chance that I'm losing this battle. No chance. And I finally left after like a few more shitty goings on with what I wanted. I didn't sign they want me to sign a non-disclosure thing. I said no chance. I'm not doing that. And left on my own accord.
Well, to be honest, if you would have signed that non-disclosure thing, you wouldn't have been on here today, mate.
Well, I know. That's what I wanted to wait for. I said, you messaged me, didn't you? I said, no, I'm not. I can't do it now.
Did you know that? How are the team doing at this point, Oldham?
Oh, it sounds like I know, but the worst defensive record in the league.
So are you actually sat at home watching the score Soccer Saturday thinking, oh, they're losing 2-0, perfect. 3-0, oh, boom. 5-0, oh, fucking.
That's what I was like, honestly. Like,
it spun you to that, where you're like...
Yeah, it got so bad. I mean, I was getting sleeping tablets off the dock and all that because I wasn't sleeping, thinking about all these emails I was getting and stuff like that. That's what people don't realise, all the shit like that goes on.
Like, send you under a bit?
Yeah, I'm not the type to get down or anything, but I was just, like late at night, I'd be thinking about doing stuff like this and what I'm going to say and how I'm going to say it. I was just thinking of everything that's been going on, laying there till like 4, 5 in the morning.
Just churning over,
churning over. So I had to get some sleeping tablets and all that stuff. And but yeah, it was a tough time. What did you ask me? I forgot what you asked me.
Myself.
Just about being happy that the team weren't doing well.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Nice, man.
I'm listening.
Nice. Yeah, honestly, to be conceding goals, I'd be buzzing. I love the lads, but all I could think about was like the manager and the owners. And if they
I don't think anyone can blame you for that.
And if they won a game, I'd be fuming because I'd be thinking about them celebrating like the owners and that. But not for the lads. Lads were class. They all wanted me to play. They couldn't believe I wasn't allowed to play.
Did they get relegated?
No, they were like finished like 18th, 19th or something like that. But worst defensive record in the league, with the highest. They scored the highest as well in the league. They said if I played, we could have been up there. So
I think it says a lot, the fact that you've been through all that with Bolton, the strikes and everything. But then you've said that time at Oldham were the most. Oh,
it was the worst, yeah.
Well,
that's the thing. Obviously, I said before, with Oldham, with Bolton, we could all meet and the PFA could come in and help us.
Ostracised.
Yeah, and the manager was with us because he wasn't getting paid. But with Oldham, I was with the youth team. The manager said he's not allowed to pick me. I didn't get any support off him. It's just.
You're not thinking about ever just going over to their session and just ruining it?
I'd have loved to, but nah. See, that's the thing. I'd never caused any problems. Even with the youth team, I never messed about in sessions. Just got on with it. But I did like a 1.5 kilometre run. They call it the mass test. I did it like 6:14, and they wanted me to do it in 6 minutes. But I'm not a runner. But this was just their time that they wanted me to do. There was no scientific proof that I could do it in that time. But they said I wasn't fit enough, so that they sent me to the youth team the second time. And I found out there was a lad who was playing, done it a lot less than me. Lads hadn't done it at all, but they said to me, you have to do this in a certain time to play for Oldham, when lads weren't doing it and doing it slower than me.
Well, I don't think I'd have played for Oldham because I'd have been 8-9 minutes.
Well, I didn't.
I can't believe that they get away with doing shit like that.
Well, I know. It's crazy, innit? But we'd be here, round these streets, my missus would be on a bike. I'd be like chasing her to do it in that time because they said that I'll have a chance to do it again. And I was doing it, but then they never give me a chance to do it again.
Or to get under the 6 minutes?
Yeah.
It's fucking
embarrassing. I can't believe it.
People listening to this must be thinking, fuck me, it's shit football, isn't it?
They must.
At times.
They might listen to this and think I'm lying, but I'd get nothing from lying about Oldham.
Yeah, it's that ridiculous. You think
it is, isn't it?
Can't be true.
It is.
And people think it's this fucking beautiful game, don't they, where everything's hunky-dory and all that bollocks.
It is when you're playing.
Yeah.
You forget about everything when you're playing, don't you? It's
It
just.
must be fuming to read that they're releasing stuff and going saying
well,
not fit. He's not fit.
I was driving, I was listening to the podcast that the CEO done. I couldn't believe it. He said that they maybe got a youth team game. I was training with the youth team. He said that we got a game tomorrow. I was just like, wow. I said to Fizz, I won't be allowed to play in that way because we're not allowed to play youth team games. He said, nah, no chance. But then the youth team manager came up to me and said, oh, you know about this game tomorrow, don't you? I said, yeah. I said, will I be allowed to play? He said, oh, I'll get the academy manager to text you. So he texted me. He said, you know about this game, don't you? Give me the time. And it was the Blackburn training ground. I said, I won't be allowed to play, will I? And he said, he didn't tell me, I just don't think you want to get involved. And I texted him back later and I said, I'll take that as I'm allowed to play then. So he just sent me the address, got there. I had to put the kit on, it was too small, obviously youth team kit, too small.
Crop top.
Boot tube, yeah. Hot pants. I had to go at the ref on my own accord. I said, I can't wear these, can I? I said, I've got my training shorts in the car. Can I put them on? Because they're the same colour as Blackburn shirts. He said, yeah, that's no problem, you can't wear them. So I got there. One of the coaching staff said, oh, they're making you warm up, but you're not allowed to play. I said, look, I know that anyway. I said, I can't play. So it was about a 14-year-old right back for Blackburn. About down here, and I was watching, I was thinking, obviously I'm not allowed, but imagine me 2 foot in him, and I'll be in prison, won't I? But then
14?
Yeah, but it was on grass, training ground, perfect, and the CEOs of Oldham's gone on a podcast and said, I've said it was on 3G, so I don't want to play because it's bad for my back, but I didn't know if we trained every day on 3G with the youth team, so I've been training for 3 months, whatever, on 3G. But he said, oh, I've said it's on 3G, it's bad for me back, so I'm not playing. So he said on a podcast in public that I've rejected to play a game, but it was on grass, and I got there, I was ready to play, I had my Red Bulls, so I was flying after because I wasn't allowed to play. So I was driving, listening to this, and I just couldn't believe what was getting said.
Oh man.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
It's fucking
It is
disgusting,
crackers.
isn't it?
Yeah. But then you're thinking like fans and everything are listening to that, and
Fans, they've always been. That's me agent here. They've always been great with me. The fans, I think, it's happened before.
They know,
I know what they're like.
But I was just so happy at the end to get like the truth out.
Yeah.
Because I kept quiet. I just kept quiet in the season while all this was going on. That's what frustrated me because I was just trying to be professional and not cause any.
They're just trying to break you.
But as soon as I left, I said, right, I'm telling the truth here.
Yeah. So what now, mate?
I don't know. My agent's ringing me today. Might have something for me. But,
WrestleMania.
Oh, I know Vince McMahon's on the block. But I love football. I think I keep playing for a few more years. It's just after last year, I'm just being happy being at home with the family and kids.
Has it left a sour taste the last few years? You know, with Bolton.
Yeah, no, Bolton not so much. No, I loved that at Bolton. Even when we weren't getting paid, it was annoying, but that was my town for like 10 years. But just being at Oldham and being told I'm not allowed to play.
Are they still involved now then at Oldham? Are they still the owners now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hope they go down. What league are they in now?
2.
Hope they go down. Fuck them.
Who's manager now?
Keith Curl now.
Do you like to think he won't take that from them?
Well, yeah, that's what you think, won't you?
But I
Well,
bet he
you
does.
never know.
Yeah.
So have you got something sorted for next year?
There's
You don't have
a few things I've turned down. Just waiting for some. We're building a house around here, and I'm happy. I'm happy here. Yeah. So I don't know.
To be fair, you used to not getting paid, aren't you? So fuck it.
Exactly. There's nothing. It's been the last 3 years in the story of my life. This, so I'm all right. But that's the thing. Good family at home and good friends. I think you can just get through it. Can't you?
You're pretty laid back though as well, aren't you? So
Well, that's the thing. Yeah.
I think other people would have handled it a lot different.
Oh, 100%. But you hear all sorts of stories, don't you? That was the only thing, obviously, the sleeping thing for me, because I never get down. I always find something to do. I go to Aldi. That was the only thing I could do. When in the pandemic in Manchester, I go to Aldi just buy. I like cooking, so I just go home and cook and that. But I mean, if people,
You must do it. Did you break any figures in that time?
nah, because they're all here. They're all
You're not taking with you?
Nah, they're all in storage. No, actually, no, I didn't put them in storage. I didn't trust them, so I put them in my mum's house. And then I put my wrestling figures in my footy shirts at my mum and dad's. So I didn't trust the storage people with my figures.
I think the only thing I'd take from it is that that they couldn't break us.
Yeah.
I'd just do it and think, and knowing that they're trying to break me here, and I'm not.
Nah, no
I'm
chance.
not going to do anything to let them sack us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I just wanted. Like I say, I could have left, but I said, no. Why should I leave? Because they don't want to play me, or the manager's not allowed to play me. Well, that's what he said on that podcast. He said, "Oh, Harry Kewell doesn't want to play him," but Harry Kewell was telling me that he does want to play me.
It's incredible. I can't believe that.
But that's the thing. No point in me lying. There's nothing good that could come from me from lying about Oldham. So it's what it is, isn't it?
Keep yourself entertained.
Yeah, you have to, don't you? Yeah. Got a few speeding tickets coming back from Oldham to Middlesbrough. But,
How's David getting on with everything? Everything's he's upstairs making his dick disappear again. He's all right.
As long as he's doing that, we know he's all right. As long as he's doing the dick trick, we're fine.
honestly, ask people about that. It's a crack.
I want to see it before I have my day burger.
Imagine it.
Brilliant, man.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming on.
All the best.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All the best.
Need to do some live shows, don't we? Now?
Yes, we do.
Correct.
Is there anything we've missed off? Any stories we've missed? Or
Nah, I
anything?
don't think so, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad about Oldham, innit?